You can go with the flow when it comes to investing. Continue to deal with the income outage of bonds. Or discover the power of dividends with higher-yielding sectors of the S&P 500. Like utilities, XLU can transmit the benefits of equity income to your portfolio. With liquidity, all-day tradability, and transparency. Ready to plug into a different source for income? Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Go to sectorspiders.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully. Visit us at sectorspiders.com.
All investment portfolios are comparable to a novel where each individual chooses their own personal genre and classification. If your investment portfolio was a novel, what genre would it be? Would it be adventure? Or perhaps comedy? Maybe drama? Or perhaps mystery or horror? My latest portfolio report card is for MD in Temecula, California, and he's got an adventurous portfolio. He's also 61 years old, he's married, and semi-retired. He self-manages his $496,000 retirement account, and he works for a transportation company. MD's investment portfolio consists of a traditional IRA and a Roth. His $496,000 nest egg is spread across 7 different Vanguard mutual funds, and around $8,000 is invested in his Roth IRA, while the rest is parked in the traditional IRA. He told me, quote, "Growth is my main goal, and that, quote, my money will be used as an income source over the next few years," end of quote. What kind of portfolio report card does MD's retirement plan get? Does it get an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F? Well, let's analyze and grade his investment portfolio together. The first grading category is cost. Reducing investment costs should be every prudent investor's priority. And of course, investment portfolios with excessive trading activity or elevated fund expenses are major red flags. But so are portfolios with hidden 12b-1 fees, with loads, and advisory fees that don't commiserate with the actual advisory work being done. MD's portfolio consists of 7 Vanguard mutual funds with annual expenses between 0.10% all the way up to just under 0.5%. Now, in addition to contained fund expenses, he has little trading activity, so his portfolio actually does very well in containing or limiting cost. Next up is diversification. Investment portfolios that lack exposure to all the major asset classes, including stocks, bonds, commodities, real estate, and cash, are not truly diversified. This is an irrefutable truth. MD's self-managed retirement accounts have exposure to U.S. stocks, also U.S. bonds, and U.S. real estate. That's good, but he still misses some major asset categories like international and emerging market stocks. He also misses international real estate and commodities along with cash. Additionally, MD's portfolio has overlapping exposure in U.S. large cap dividends and large cap value, which creates a lot of unnecessary clutter. Let's examine the next grading category, which is risk. MD describes himself as an aggressive investor, yet his current asset mix of 91% stocks and 9% exposure to bonds is more than that. It's actually hyper aggressive. Plus, almost 40% of his investments are concentrated in healthcare stocks. Remember, the risk orientation of our investments should always be compatible not just with our risk character, but also our age. Overall, I estimate that a 20% to 40% stock market correction would expose MD to potential losses between $90,000 all the way up to $180,000. That's probably more heat than he can handle. What about the tax efficiency of MD's investment account? All well-built investment portfolios deliberately minimize the negative impact of taxes. And that means smart location, like putting tax-inefficient assets like bonds and REITs inside your tax-deferred accounts, while stock funds can generally be kept into your taxable accounts. Now, MD's retirement plan has no observable problems with tax efficiency, and that's good. The final grading category is performance. MD's one-year performance gain was 36%. Wow, that's pretty darn good compared to our blended benchmark that matches his asset mix, which gained only 15%. So what was the main reason for MD's sizzling returns? Well, the answer is he concentrated almost 40% of his portfolio in sizzling healthcare stocks via the Vanguard Healthcare Admiral shares, ticker symbol VGHAX. The final portfolio report card grade for MD is B. His portfolio graded well on minimizing cost, it's also tax efficient, and his performance beat a blended benchmark. So while B is a good overall grade, it's still not perfect, and MD's portfolio flunks on diversification and on risk. His asset mix of 91% exposure to stocks is hyper aggressive, even for a 61-year-old aggressive investor. Also, his portfolio completely misses exposure to key asset classes like international and emerging market stocks, global real estate, commodities, and cash. A 20 to 40% market correction would expose MD's portfolio to potentially very large losses. The good news is this can be alleviated by simply adjusting his overall asset mix and earmarking a portion of his money toward less volatile assets. While MD's current portfolio could be classified as adventurous, he's probably reached a point of his life that requires a lot less adventure. Go to PortfolioReportCard.com to get your investments analyzed and graded. And if you get an A, I'll pay you $100. I'm DeLegge with ETFguide. Thanks for watching.